In this video, we're going to talk about merging queries. So we're going to launch our Power Query editor. So I'm going to go to data, then get data so that I can get my Power Query editor. My Power Query editor has been launched. So the next thing is to import data sets. For me to import dataset using this interface, I'm going to click on new source. And then the file that I want to import is going to be in the form of Excel. So the first dataset that I want to import is income per person. Then import. There are several worksheets in this workbook by the name income per person, but the only table that I want to import is data. Okay. So if you look at this data set, you're going to realize that the data set doesn't have proper headers. Our first row seems to be our header. So we're going to make our first row to be headers. So use first row as headers. We know our proper headers for our data, but you can see that our data is pivoted. So we need to unpivot this data. To unpivot this data, we are going to click on the first column, then right click, and then unpivot other columns. We now have data, the data set in a proper format, so we can label the columns. So the first column, let us label it country. Then the second column, I want us to label it year. And then the third column, I want us to label it income. All right. So we can rename this query as income because we're going to import another data set. So go to source file, and the data that we want to import is going to be of the form Excel. So let us pick on total population. Those people who are using the recorded version, I'll be able to provide to you links so that you can download these two data sets. Right, so this is the workbook called total population, and we have several tables there, but the table that I want to import is data. So this is the preview. Okay, and we have the data here. I want us first to rename this query. Instead of just calling it data, we rename it population. After renaming that population, the same applies that our table doesn't have proper headers. So we're going to use our first row as headers. And then we can rename our columns. So the first is country. And then I want to click on country because the table seems to be pivoted. I want to unpivot this table. And then unpivot other columns. I want to rename this column by the name attribute. I want to rename it year. And then value column, I want to rename it population. All right, so I want to join these two tables, not really joining, but merging. So we'll be able to see the different joins that you can use when you want to merge queries. So first of all, I want us to find the merge queries on the home ribbon, and then click merge queries as new. So you're told select tables and matching columns to create a matched table. So we select population, the first table, and the second table is going to be income. These are the joins that I was talking about. There are several types of joins. So you can see like this left outer, where you use left outer joint. Then all the rows from the first table and the matching rows from the second table will be available on your merged table. And then you have left outer, where you have uh, all rows from first and matching rows from the second. We also have right outer, where we got all rows from the second table and matching rows from the first table. We have, so you can just read, the list of joins that we have here, but the join that I want us to use for this is going to be inner, whereby it is only going to have only the matching rows in our match table. So we're going to choose inner. And then after that, we're going to select the matching columns. So the matching column that we have here is country and year. And on the income table, we have country and year. Those are the matching columns. So if you want to select these columns, you select the first column, then hold on control, select the second column. Then you can see here we are being told that we have 17,221 out of 22,127 rows that are matching. Okay. So when you click OK, this is what you're going to get. You will have a merge. It's a merged table. And you go to country, year, population. If you click on income, there is a button there that you can be able to expand. So I want us to click to unselect all the others except income, then click OK. So we love country, income, population. Instead of these being income.income, we can just label it income, so that it makes a lot of sense. So we have income there. So finally, we have a merged query. And if you want to use this merged query for your analysis, then you can click on close and load.